Nina and welcome to today's class, which is perfect for people who are new to Pilates. Let's begin today's class by placing our hands on the lower part of our rib cage, and let's breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Breathe in through your nose and feel your rib cage expand into your hands, and breathe out through your mouth and feel your rib cage contract. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's now roll down onto our backs, onto a mat or a soft surface. Let's place our arms in the air, palms facing each other, a slight bend in the wrist, and let's warm up the shoulders and the arms. So take your arms above your head and down towards the floor as far as you can go without lifting your back off the mat, and then let's take our arms all the way down to our sides. So lift our arms above our head and then take our arms all the way down to our sides. So take our arms above our head and then all the way down to our sides, and then take our arms above our head and then all the way down to our sides. From here, let's lift our right leg to tabletop where the knee is directly above the hip and the leg is bent at 90 degrees, and then let's place our foot back down on the mat. Let's lift our leg to 90 degrees where our knee is directly above our hip and our leg is in the tabletop position. And then let's place our foot back on the mat. So let's lift our right leg to tabletop and then return. Lift our left leg to tabletop and then return. Lift our right leg to tabletop and then return. And lift our left leg to tabletop and then return. Let's progress that move by straightening out our leg. So lift your right leg to tabletop and then straighten your leg, point your toes but keep your leg off the mat, and then return to tabletop and back down. Lift the left leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, point your toes, keep your leg elevated off the ground before returning to tabletop and placing your foot back on the mat. So right leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, point your toes, return to tabletop and back down. Left leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, point your toes, return to tabletop and back down. Right leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, point your toes, return to tabletop and back down. Left leg to tabletop, straighten the leg, point the toes, return to tabletop and back down, and one more on each side. So right leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, point your toes, return to tabletop and foot back down, and last one, left leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, point your toes, return to tabletop and place the foot back down. Let's now combine the arm with the leg movements. So place your arms in the air, palms facing each other, slight bend in the elbow. So let's lift the right leg to tabletop. As you lengthen your leg, take your arms behind your head, and then let's return to centre. Left leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, take your arms above your head, and then let's return back to centre. Right leg to tabletop, straighten your arms and legs, and then return to centre. Left leg to tabletop, lengthen your leg, take your arms above your head, and then return to centre. Right leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, take your arms above your head, and then return to centre. Left leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, take your arms above your head, and then return to centre. One more on each side. So right leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, take your arms above your head, and then return to centre. And last one, left leg to tabletop, straighten your leg, and then return back to centre. From here, let's do a shoulder bridge. So shuffle your feet in towards your bum so that you can tickle the backs of your heels. Legs are hip distance apart. Shoulders are down and back so there's no tension in your upper body. And then from here, push through your heels, squeeze your glutes, tilt your pelvis up so that you imprint your lower back into the mat. Keep squeezing your glutes, pushing through your heels, push your hips off the ground until you've got a nice alignment running all the way down your body from your knees to your hips to your shoulders, and your weight of your body is in your shoulders and not your neck. And then let's slowly return our back down to the mat. So return the top back to the mat first, followed by the mid back, and then the lower back, and then release your pelvis back to the neutral position. So once again, let's push up through our heels, squeeze our glutes, and roll our back bone by bone off the mat until our weight is in our shoulders and we've got a nice line running down our body. And then let's gently return our back to the mat. So upper back first, then mid back, then lower back, and then release your pelvis back to the neutral position. And once again, let's push up into a shoulder bridge. So curl your pelvis up so that you imprint your lower back into the mat. Keep pushing through your heels so that you peel your lower back, then your mid back, then your upper back, all the way off the mat. And now we're in the shoulder bridge. Let's take our arms in the air, take our arms above our head, and then all the way down to the mat. So let's take our arms above our head and then all the way down to the mat. So above and then return. Above and then return. Above and then return. Above and then return. Let's do 4 more. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's now lift our right heel off the mat and then return. Lift our left heel and return. Lift our right heel and return. Lift our left heel and return. Lift our right heel and return. Lift our left heel and return. 1 more on each side. Lift your right heel and return, and lift your left heel and return. Then once again, let's take our arms above our head and then all the way down to the mat. So take our arms above our head and then all the way down to the mat. So keep squeezing your glutes to keep your hips up high. So let's take our arms above our head and then all the way down to the mat. So above our head and then down to the mat. Above our head and then down to the mat. Let's do 2 more. Above our head and then down to the mat. And last one, above our head and then down to the mat. Let's now lift both heels off the mat and then down. So let's lift and down, lift and down, and lift and down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's raise our arms in the air, push up through our hips, squeeze our glutes, push through our heels, and let's just hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Return our arms down to the mat by our side, and then let's slowly return our back down to the mat. So upper back first, and the mid back, and the lower back, and then release your pelvis so that you return to the neutral position. From here, let's roll over onto our side. Take your arm out, nice and stretched. Rest your head on your arm. Place your knees together, feet together, legs are bent, arm in front of you, shoulders are down from your ear and back so there's no tension in your upper body. And then from here, let's do some clams. So let's open the top leg and then close. Let's open and then close. Let's open and then close. Let's open and close. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2, and 1. From here, if you can, let's progress that move by lifting our feet off the mat, and then let's open the top leg and close. So let's open and close, and open and close, and open and close. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's return our legs down to the mat. Let's lift our top leg. Push your hip away from you so that you lengthen all the way down your body as if somebody's gently pulling on your feet. As you push your hip away from you, you may have a pocket of air between your body and the mat, but you also may not because we're all different. So don't worry if you haven't. So push your hip away. Your leg is around about hip height. Point your toes, arm in front of you to give you some stability. Keep your lower leg bent again to give you some stability. And let's do some leg circles. So let's circle the leg and let's do them for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's return the top leg in front of us. Stretch out the bottom leg, lift your bottom leg off the mat, point your toes, and let's do the leg circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, let's push up and let's change sides. So take your arm outstretched on the mat, rest your head on your arm, your legs are together, your knees are bent, your feet are together, your shoulders are down and back so there's no tension in your upper back. Place your hand in front of you to give some stability, and let's do some clams. So open your top leg and close. So open and close, and open and close, and open and close. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, if you can, progress the move by lifting your feet off the mat, and then we open the top leg and close. So we open and then close, open and close, and open and close. Let's do 4, 3, 2, Return our feet down to the mat. Lift your top leg, point your toes, lengthen all the way down your body as if somebody's gently pulling on your toes. Push your hip away from you. You may have a small pocket of air between your body and the mat, but you may not. But it ensures that we lengthen and engage all of our body. And then from here, let's do some small leg circles. So small leg circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring the top leg down to the mat, place it in front of you, straighten out your lower leg, lift your lower leg, point your toes, and let's do the small leg circles for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1, and reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Return our lower leg to the mat, and from here let's roll over onto our tummies, and let's do the single leg kick. So feet are hip distance apart, if not wider. Shoulders are aligned with the elbows, so your elbow is directly under your shoulder. Your forearms are resting on the mat. Look down towards your hands to reduce any tension in your neck. Engage your core by gently pulling in your belly button to protect your lower back. Lengthen through your legs as if somebody's gently pulling on your feet, and point your toes. And then from here, bring your right leg towards your bum, then kick, kick and down. Left leg, kick, kick and down. So right leg, kick, kick and down. Left leg, kick, kick and down. Right leg, kick, kick and down. Left leg, kick, kick and down. Right leg, kick, kick and down. Left leg, kick, kick and down. Right leg, kick, kick and down. Left leg, kick, kick and down. Let's do 4, 3, 2 and 1. From here, let's roll down onto our mat with our head. So place your forehead on the mat. I like to use a towel to rest my head on. I just find it a bit more comfortable. So place your forehead down on the mat, arms beside you, legs are hip distance apart. Keep your core engaged by gently pulling in your belly button to protect your lower back. Keep pointing through your feet and engaging your legs as if somebody's gently pulling on your feet, so they're nice and strong legs. And from here, let's lift the right leg and then down. Lift the left leg and then down. Lift the right leg and then down. Lift the left leg and then down. Lift the right leg and then down. Lift the left leg and then down. Let's do 4 more. And 3, 2 and 1. Let's progress that move now by lifting both legs. So when we are ready, let's lift and then down. Let's lift and then down. Lift, down, lift, down, lift, down. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2 and 1. Place your arms down by your hips, palms facing up towards the sky, and let's lift the arms up and then down. Lift, down, lift, down, lift, down. Let's do 4, 3, 2 and 1. Let's now raise our arms in the air, turn the palms down and up, 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 down and up. Keeping the arms and the palms in the air and raised. Let's pulse the arms for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring our arms down beside us and let's push up into a child's pose to release any tension in our back. So push up with your hands, open your legs nice and wide, take your bum down towards your heels, arms in front of you, take your head down towards the mat and feel a nice stretch down your back and through your shoulders and down your arms. And let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. From here, let's roll down onto the mat, onto our backs or a soft surface, and let's do some single leg pulls or leg stretches. So lie down on the mat. Let me just go back up the mat. Take your left leg out in front of you and point your toes, and then bring your right leg in towards your chest. Hold your leg with your hands, and then from here we're going to lift our head, neck and shoulders off the mat by using our abdominals. So lift your head, neck and shoulders off the mat, chin to chest to protect your neck from any neck strain. Look down towards your left toes again to protect any neck strain, so that you're not looking up and straining the neck. You're really protecting your neck by looking downwards towards your toes. And then from here, lift your left leg off the mat, pointing the toes, and then we change legs to the left leg. So we hold on to the left leg, and then we change to the right, and then we change to the left. So we change to the right, and then we change to the left. So we change, and change, and change, and change. Let's do 4, 3, 2 and 1. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Take your head, neck and shoulders down to the mat. Take your head over to the right side to release any tension in your neck. And then slowly take your head over to the left side to release any tension in your neck. And take your head over to the right side. And then once again, roll your head all the way over to the left. And then bring your head back to centre. And let's do those single leg stretches one more time. Let's take our right leg out, stretch your right leg out on the mat, point the toes. Bring your left leg towards your chest, hold your left leg with both hands, curl your head, neck and shoulders off the mat, chin to chest to protect your neck. Look down towards your right toes, and then from here lift your right leg off the mat, and then bring your right leg in towards your chest, and then change to your left leg. So let's change, and then change, and then change, and then change, and change, and change, and change, and change. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Take your head over to the right side to release any tension in your neck, and then take your head over to the left. So let's just take our head from side to side, just to release any tension in our neck. We turn our legs down to the mat, and then from here let's finish class by doing some Pilates leg circles. So make sure your shoulders are down from your ear and back, so they're nice and relaxed, so we minimise the tension in our upper body, because we're going to be working our hips and our legs and our abdominals for this exercise. So let's straighten out our left leg. Bring your right leg up towards you at 90 degrees. So that's as far as I can straighten my leg. So straighten your leg as much as you possibly can. It may be straight in the air, it may be like mine, bent. Place your hands on your hip bones or your stomach, so that you can check that you're keeping your hips nice and still as we move the leg. So let's do some small circles, some leg circles. So take your leg round and then back. So round and then back. So let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, let's reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your right leg in towards your chest and give it a good squeeze. And then let's take our right leg down on the mat before we lift our left leg. So if you can lift your left leg to 90 degrees, go ahead and do that. That's as much as I can lift my left leg straight, because I've got tight hamstrings. So from here, place your hand on your hips so that we can check that we're keeping our hips nice and still. And let's do some leg circles. So take your leg round and then back. So round and then back. So let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's reverse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring our left leg in towards our chest, give it a quick squeeze, and then let's roll over and return back to the seated position that we started today's class in. So thank you very much for joining me for today's 30-minute Pilates class for beginners. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.